recording.
I actually heard a lady in the grocery store call Pico de Gallo. And I was like, oh, Betty, do we need to teach you something?
She ain't from Texas.
No.
That's right. And happy Cinco de Mayo today.
Happy Cinco de Mayo, boys. No margs here.
No.
No chips and queso.
Unfortunate, man.
Should have dude, a queso would have been.
If we would have just crushed chips and queso on here,
They would hate to listen to us, but God, I'd be happy talking to y'all.
terrible audio, but who cares?
Like, yeah, guys. So NBA playoffs.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just like, but dude, that's happy. I'm happy. Like, and that comes across.
One day we're gonna have those little buttons they have in the studios where you can just put like the cough button. We can eat chips and queso, boys.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you just put your mic on silent. I get to mute mine.
Will that be?
Yeah.
You mute yours. Yes.
Will that be the "we've made it" moment?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want a cough button. I want a queso button.
Can I eat and work at the same time? Yes, you can.
Yes.
Once we've done that, I think most Americans would say they've made it.
I was watching Barstool the other day, and I saw on their Instagram they put a man in a giant balloon. And I was like, that's when you know you have created the American dream, when that is, 50,000 views.
Yeah.
That's what they did.
When you created a balloon?
They put a human inside of a balloon and watched him hop around. Please go watch this. You can find it over, I think it's like Barstool Yak or Barstool everywhere. Yeah, they put a man inside of a balloon. That's what they did. And
It's like Bubble Boy.
yeah, basically. But he's like wrapped around in a red balloon and he's just like hopping. It's great. It's so funny. And I saw a great tweet from one of the producers. It was like, this is a really hard to explain workday that we put a man inside of a balloon and I watched sports for 14 hours. That's what I did for my day. And I put out some content and I was like, wow, American dream.
That's
You
dream
yeah.
right there, dude.
That's what I strive to do in retirement. Is that?
Yep. This is the official Chatt It Up intro. 13 minutes later, it feels like
Cold
probably.
open, baby.
Cold open.
It's the best open, man.
It's the best
Every time.
open.
They're the best.
Because we literally just kind of hopped into those conversations and we just let Joseph press play.
Yeah.
It's
And I was thinking that was a perfect thing to think of too. Like Cinco de Mayo, Pico de Gallo, but in Ottawa, Tennessee, to the women shopping at the local Publix, it is Pico de Gallo.
Pico de Gallo.
Hate
The
it.
Ottawa Publix is a special
It's a
place.
special. God bless those women.
Yeah. Bless them.
So
We are going to talk some NBA playoffs. We don't know baseball enough today to talk about it. We're going to get into that later on. We're going to save that for the summer. We promise. And the main part of today is a special moment with these two hats. Let me flip mine around for you.
yeah, baby.
Show the people. Show your head.
Yeah, baby. We are officially Chase Green and Garrett Tolley of Chatt It Up. Sports are
Girl dads.
we are girl dads.
Three claps one time for girl dads, baby.
The girl dad duo.
I
The
know.
girl dad duo.
And thank you both for coming to our gender reveal. That meant a lot.
Thanks for the invite, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
thanks, buddy.
I was thinking back on that day, and I was like, man, I was like a little bit drunk, running around, sweating, trying to figure out how to make hamburgers and hot dogs for what seemed like 40 people showed up.
There was a lot of
good
people
amount.
there.
Yeah.
So we did the same thing. So I was in the exact same place, but you were doing more. You were trying to get the food taken care of. Luckily, thanks to our wonderful friends, they took care of that.
Yeah. Or
We didn't have to, but you.
next door neighbor just said, I'll grill it for you. And I was like, oh,
What a man.
guy.
Like who doesn't deserve a bigger cheers than that guy? I mean,
What a guy.
Jim Barton, dude, he's a beast.
Thanks, Jim.
So
We
Shout out to
appreciate you.
Jim.
And those sliders were great.
they're
Oh,
fantastic.
They're phenomenal.
Yeah.
It worked out great, so it was fun, and but yeah, dude, we're both girl dads, and
Hell yeah, dude.
we got a lot to learn for sure. But I'm excited.
So we're gonna have. I got my big board up. This is gonna be the TV movie girl dad draft, and we're gonna go 5 picks. What we're gonna go with?
let's do 5
sounds good.
5 rounds.
5 rounds. Typical draft. You can't do snake in a 2-man draft, so we're gonna do that. Joseph, you're gonna be the commissioner.
Yep,
Gotcha.
you got to
Oh,
decide
okay.
who gets first pick.
Oh,
So we'll let you think on that as the show progresses, and we'll figure out who.
Figure out it's a good way to who gets number 1 pick.
Yeah.
Who gets? Oh gosh. Okay.
Because I have some good choices. I've been thinking about this.
All right. Okay.
So
Yeah. All right. Sweet.
all right.
Your Dallas Mavericks made it through.
Mm-hmm.
Luka, Kyrie, absolutely balled out, brother.
They look like brothers from different mothers, man. They are playing fantastic. Shout out to the Mavs, man. Did in 6 too.
Did in 6. I was really surprised. I thought we both thought that was gonna be like a 7-gamer.
I thought it was gonna be a 7-gamer, and I also thought that Kawhi and Harden and Paul George, they just didn't look like them of 5 years ago. It's just they don't know. They just didn't have the same vigor.
No. Playoff P is out of the playoffs again.
Yes.
I'm like, this guy keeps trying to show up. And he had some good moments. He had really good moments. And I don't get the Kawhi thing. Every year, it's some new injury.
Dude,
I don't know what to do.
I don't think he'd do anything. I think he's doing exactly what I think he meant to do when he went to LA is just like, I want to get a fat contract and I'm just going to continue playing basketball and I'm not going to push it too hard. And I don't think he is. And he gets hurt. And so he's like, yeah, I'm not going to try to fight my way back to this. I got another contract to sign. He's done it. He's got 2 finals MVP and he's got 2 times champion. I mean, what do you want?
I know. It's weird. But I just thought that's a great series to show up for because Luka's had trouble with them at moments. He's still going to get absolute buckets. He's still the second, maybe the first, second, third best player, however you want to quantify it. He is amazing. But he struggled against like Paul, Man, Kawhi. When you switch those 3 guys, you're like, dude, what do you do?
And it's a lot. But like also a side note, I saw a cool picture of Luka playing against Russell Westbrook over the series.
Yeah.
And there's he played Russell Westbrook like back in 2017 when he was like a 17-year-old on like overseas exhibition game. It was like
no way.
Like it was like OKC Russell Westbrook playing a 16-year-old Luka Doncic overseas in Slovenia. And it was just cool, like little flashback to it's like, and here we are, Luka's better than Russell Westbrook. Just wild.
Also, the 2017 thing for me, I've been thinking about this a lot. Like when I'll see a graphic or something, it's like back in 2019. I'm like, back in, it's like a few years. Oh, it's 5 years ago.
Yeah.
2017 it's so long ago, but you're like, wow. Luka doesn't feel like he's been in the league that long. I know. I guess he was 18, 19. What was he?
He came in the league at 19. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Dude, that's so wild to me. Yeah, these guys are so young.
Dude, we're already talk about time going by fast. I'll blow it for you. We're almost halfway through 2024, which means in 6 months we'll be halfway through the decade.
Holy crap.
You didn't need to make that a reality for me.
Isn't that wild?
I'm still living in 2017, man.
You're living there. I'm living 2020 pandemic, dude. Like I'm like still like I feel like we're still in the pandemic sometimes.
I would kill for pandemic traffic.
Oh yeah, dude.
I would kill for that, dude. I was driving through. We went to what did we go to North Georgia for? Well, I came by the Split and I was like, this sucks.
Yeah, dude, the road construction doesn't make it any better.
It makes it so bad. And I'm happy my town's growing, all that bull crap. Listen, sometimes I want it to grow. I love all the positivity around this city. But sometimes I'm like, dang, man. It's the old pandy.
A little hover car would be nice.
Yeah.
That's all. Listen, I don't want to change much. Everyone keep moving here. Can we just not invent the hover car yet? Like just real quick.
I was waiting for the Jetsons to come.
Dude, go for it. See, here's my thing is like, go ahead and make them. Let everybody else get them, and I'll keep my car, and then the roads are just open.
There you go.
You have half the people in the air, half on the ground.
Just as
Which
much
I don't know if that helps like the economic diversity that we're trying to improve upon, because I think it'll be very obvious that, well, look at all those rich assholes, just flying in the sky above me.
They're going to fly up to lookout or signal.
Yeah, they're just, because only the rich people will have the hover cars.
I mean,
only the rich people get to go to space.
How do you think that?
I'm just saying.
No, he's got a point.
So it was just going to create, there's going to be a whole group of like, are you a hover car or are you a, a wheel driver, just like
it's gonna be
you,
real tough for college campuses to debate.
let's say green text and blue text. You know, it's gonna be the next big I don't know, little bit of challenge.
Are you a gravitier, I guess?
I mean,
Stuck on the ground?
Throw me on the ground. I don't know, man. For traffic purposes, put me in the air. But like, I don't know. I don't want to lose my roots. I'm a driver.
I do love to drive.
I love driving.
Same.
I even know I just dropped like $2,500 on my car to get it fixed. When it's fixed, I'm like, this is wonderful.
There is a peace of mind. It's a peace of mind for me because I did spend about the same amount of money on my car, and I was like, I know nothing's gonna mess up.
Yeah,
Next.
and also you just feel the drive, and you're like, oh yeah,
You can feel it. Yes, you can feel it. No,
you can feel it.
I don't know. My biggest fear is like being left on this, like stranded on the side of the road. Like I've had it twice where my car did not work the way it should have been in the middle of nowhere, Georgia.
Ooh,
Like
Scary.
just a little bit south of like Atlanta, like just far
Oh.
enough south Atlanta, like Macon area. Is it Macon?
like
or-
McDonough?
Maybe that's what I'm thinking.
McDonough's hell on earth.
It was just. I mean, I was like, I didn't even want
McDonough's hell
to.
on earth.
I didn't even want to poop out there, man. Like it was.
No.
I was just staying in the car hoping like this thing would just turn on, and it did. But still,
Count yourself lucky. There's not. You don't want to be stuck in McDonough, Georgia.
no,
No. It's
No.
Not a fun time.
no.
Though that last little exit, you're like, please don't.
Please.
Yeah.
Just
Please
a little
don't.
bit further. Don't do this to me.
There are times that I've come back like from a Florida trip. I'm like, I don't really have to pee, but I will battle Atlanta traffic before I stop off over here. No way, no how.
No, never. It's all. When we're coming back from Florida, that's exactly what will happen. So.
Yeah. Real quick, how do you feel about Oklahoma City versus your Dallas Mavericks?
Yeah, I was gonna say we got off topic again.
We're good about that.
We are good about that. I feel like it's gonna be a competitive series, and I think the biggest difference between the two, it's not. OKC is the more talented team, but the Mavs have way more experience in the playoffs. Between Kyrie, Luka, I don't want to say PJ Washington or those guys, but I mean, you get your two leaders though. I mean,
Yeah.
one has won, and the other one has made some real moments as a young player, and taking them to the without Kyrie, taking the Mavs to the Western Conference playoffs. So, but OKC, man, they're like what 22 years old collectively.
Yeah.
23
something crazy. I think they are the youngest team.
to ever win round one or something.
Yeah. Since the old Oklahoma City Thunder with Westbrook, Harden, and Durant.
Yeah. And so I think that, give me experience over talent on this one because it is the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
But I would not be surprised if this is probably a 6 to 7 game series.
It's going to be fun. There's going to be a ton of scoring.
Mm-hmm.
A ton of scoring. This is going to be a big one for Chet. Lively and all your rotational bigs for Dallas are going to have their hands full, but Chet's going to have to really get ready for some physicality.
Yeah.
Because they're gonna bring it. Shea's going to ball. I think Shea's going to have a really good time this series. I mean, I think Kyrie has stepped up big time defensively.
Yeah, he's playing like he cares.
Yeah, that's all that matters.
This is a great Kyrie.
I would like to know, like, if we just had, of all NBA players, like, if you just care, how much better are you defensively? Like, I saw it this year from Trae Young at moments. You're like, he cared tonight. He doesn't look like the worst defender in the nation right now. So I think that's all that matters. But, Shea's tough, dog.
I know. And I think matchup, it's funny. It's like they're playing the same team and the Clippers. They're just a decade younger.
Yeah.
It's the same, kind of makeup. You have these really great core talent, but they're just going to be less experienced. And so you got by the old guys who have more experience but not as talented anymore. And then you got to go against the talented guys who have less experience. And so do I think Mavs can pull that off? I do think they can. I said, give me the Mavs and 6 to 7. It's too hard because the Thunder could easily have, they could easily win this too. So
Yeah. It is going to be much tougher than I expected after seeing the Thunder in round one. I was like, oh, these guys came ready to play.
Yep.
And I know they played the 8th seed, but it is what it is. Speaking of the best team in the country, dude, the Minnesota Timberwolves looked awesome last night.
I was about to ask you, how's your boy Ant doing up there in the whole Minnesota?
Hey,
Dude, I'm this close to buying a Timberwolves t-shirt and becoming a fan. Like,
Oh, you
Get
don't
him
have
a
a
jersey.
jersey? Get a
Get him a
jersey,
jersey,
by
yeah.
now.
just an Ant jersey. Like,
By now, I mean, heck, dude, he's like,
dude, he's incredible.
Awesome.
And I'm like, he played at Georgia.
yeah.
That doesn't happen.
No.
He's I think I'm gonna do it. I think I'm gonna buy an Ant jersey.
I mean, I don't see why not.
You have to do it. You have to go
Honorary
do it.
Timberwolves fan, just for this. Just for this.
I mean, I think
Because
you absolutely have to buy one. And we called it 20 plus episodes ago
Yep.
that he was coming out,
dude,
and he's been coming out, man.
he's been balling,
Yeah.
man.
He looked awesome. And to get the Jokic versus Ant moments last night and all the physicality that was going on, and I was like, dude, and then Cat looked good down the stretch.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, hey now, Denver, lose first game on your home floor.
Ooh,
That's the big one. It's 'cause it's hard to win there.
It's very, and I mean, I think they actually do have the best home record because I think that altitude thing is real.
It is real.
yeah. Oh yeah.
It's hard to get acclimated. Like you see these guys like go run races, and clearly we've seen it in hockey and I guess in football. Yeah, in football too, despite their challenges in the last couple of years.
The Denver Broncos are down, man. They're not having a good time.
They're
They're
not.
not having a good time.
But Bo Nix.
The savior?
The
Question mark?
savior.
Question mark? I don't know.
But,
They'll figure it out. But
42 minutes for Ant and 43 points.
buckets.
He's
What do you shoot from the field?
17 for 29 and
Oh.
3 for 7 for 3-pointers.
Whoa.
I mean, that's really good.
It would be so much fun to be as quick as him. Watching his first step, I'm always like,
Yeah.
I dream.
He's got so much hops. He can hang in there. I mean, I'm not going to say it,
But you want to say it.
but I want to say it. I did read a post of somebody trying to connect him to being a son of Michael Jordan.
I saw that video.
Yeah, there's like a whole conspiracy theory that Michael Jordan was sleeping with like 4 to 5 women back in 2000, like a week in 2001. Ant was born in 2001.
Is it the same video where they matched up their faces?
And they match. I mean, you match up the
Yeah.
faces.
They took a picture.
They
of
look a little bit like
up.
each other. I mean, but from an attitude perspective, I mean, Ant is just like Kobe and Jordan more than anybody else. Yeah. More than, and it's just an attitude. It's not a cares thing. It's not an intensity thing. It's just like the attitude in which he has. Like, bro, I'm about to come F up all of this.
It's I wish I could remember who said it, but somebody said that he's bringing a football mentality to
Yes.
basketball, like the way that football players have that intensity is what he's bringing to basketball, and no one else is currently doing it. I don't want to say no one else has done it, but in the league right now, he's bringing it, and that's what's caused him to be so dominant. I don't know if that's the only reason. Obviously, there's probably more to that, but
No, I think it's right. And I know G talked about it. Like, he's like, I really want to be a football player, but he has turned that around big time as far as his air quotes love for the game. He goes downhill at an intensity that not many guys do all the time.
Mhm.
He's in incredible shape too. That's another part about him is he's lowering that shoulder going to the rim at 48 minutes. He's going to get downhill, and he plays 2 ways doing that. He might actually be, last night gave me a lot of proof that he could be the best 2-way guy in the NBA.
2-way? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That
Because he
used to be
plays
Kawhi.
defense.
Yeah, and he was awesome and he was guarding Jamal, and he was giving these guys all sorts of problems. And that's so scary when a guy can give you a 40-piece, cover one of your 2 best players every single game,
Mm-hmm.
and cause them havoc. I know Murray, the way they run that offense, it's a lot of pick and roll handoff stuff, and you're going to get caught in traffic and a bunch of switches, but still, you hold him to 17 points, and then anytime you're on Contavious, that poor guy didn't hardly score any buckets. He's a stud, dude.
Yeah. Maybe Denver was just, they maybe just underestimated the Timberwolves that first game. I watched them a lot. I mean, they just handled LA so easily, and they really did. Watching them play. I mean, I watched a video of Joe. Can I never say his name? Jokic beating the entire Lakers down the floor, for an easy fast break. And this dude is a polar bear. I mean, how is he doing that?
He is so
and they won and they with ease, and so maybe it just they just didn't come ready game one, and so game two we see this thing get tied up. I think we see it get tied up.
You're definitely going to see it get tied up, and despite Jokic getting the 32 and 9 and 8, but he only shot 11 for 25. The big boys caused him problems. Like Cat really gives him a lot of business, and they do a good job whenever he gets into the paint. They'll switch off and get Rudy on him, and Rudy's a big boy. Mm-hmm. Rudy's good despite all the COVID stuff and the defensive liability in the playoffs. He has gotten so much better. That is a trade that I never thought would work. I was like that, and it's still not a great trade. It's one of the worst trades of all time, giving up the house for Rudy Gobert.
Yeah,
but if they go far, it'll negate it.
Can you say that about anything? It's always
yeah.
It's just but if they won it all, they look like geniuses.
That's like his own. It's still not going to be great. In my mind, it'll never be like they won, but it'll at least be well, okay.
Rudy Gobert, he's solid, and it was funny. I think he came out as the Player Association's voted most overrated player, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
overrated. I mean, I don't know where that comes from. I mean, he's a great defensive player, and he plays his role. Maybe he's just not. People don't think he's worth the money, like you said.
Yeah, last year was tough to watch. There was times, but then this year he's like, hey, we're going to figure out this defensive thing. You're able to play Cat and I at the same time, because that was the problem last year is you couldn't play them at the same time. It was all this switch in and out. We'll figure it out. We'll close it. And they were a terrible closing team and all that, advanced metric stuff. But that's not been the case this year. And I legit think all that turns around because Anthony Edwards is the best leader you could ask for too now.
Yeah.
Because he's growing into, I'm the alpha. I think Cat's understanding that for the first time, which is hard. I mean, these guys are because Cat's 25, 26?
And he's the first overall pick.
Yeah. Yeah. And now Ant, the guy that, no offense, didn't win at Georgia,
Don't worry.
Don't worry.
Dude, I think every game we won that season was because of Ant. We didn't have him. Did we?
Ooh.
That
was a bad team outside of him.
I don't think about it.
But it's awesome to watch. We are getting to potentially watch our next Kobe, Michael.
Just whisper it.
Yeah, you just can't you can't
say it loud.
Can't say it loud. But you can,
it's real early.
Real early.
But you can't, but people said the same thing. Someone's got to replace LeBron. LeBron's gone. Someone's got to be that next face, the next guy. We've been talking about this on the show. Who is it going to be? Is it him? Is it Luka? I mean, I think he has the most potential to do it.
He's got the most personality to do it.
Yeah.
Remember we talked about this a little while ago about sometimes I don't know if Luka and Jokic want it, want the limelight all the time, which if you are LeBron and even Michael loved it.
Mm-hmm.
I think that Ant has the personality to take it over, and that's what you want.
Yeah, he's got a little ego, and that's cool.
That's awesome.
You need it to do that role.
Yeah, to be a superstar in the NBA or any league, and to be a college football head coach, you have to be very egotistical.
Yeah, you got some maniacal.
You got to be a machine.
You have to be a machine.
Yeah,
there is a small formula. It's a pretty broad formula for how much ego, because I don't think he has a ton. He doesn't talk. Ant doesn't talk in the third person.
No,
but there is there's a level of intelligence. There's a swag for sure.
Yeah,
you got to have a lot of swag,
self-assuredness, and with the swag. Yeah,
and then you got to be a dog. You got to go out there and I want to kill you today.
And you got to win. And
you got to freaking win.
And the Wolves are winning right now. They are winning. Yep. So I'm for it. I'm a big Ant fan. You should absolutely buy a jersey and
get that jersey.
Don't do this jersey. Don't be that.
Do you want? Oh, you want a jersey?
It'd be yeah.
Pay that $100. Get you a jersey, man.
I got that. What? Maybe I should just. I wonder if I could backdate and
or get you a Georgia jersey.
Yeah, get a Georgia.
There's got to be a
jersey
Georgia.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. We could surely get you an Anthony Edwards.
Yeah.
Let's see if we got one.
I need something. I need something for game days.
Oh, I think that'd be easy to find. I mean, I can't imagine that's not being sold everywhere.
No.
In Georgia. In Georgia.
Well, no one. I mean, let's be honest here. It's Georgia basketball. They're hanging on to that.
That's what I'm saying. That's the only thing they're hanging on to.
Like,
I mean,
was he 5?
It's balling. Yeah, he was number 5.
Yeah. His name's on the back, even with NIL and all that.
Yeah.
He would have to be on the back.
Like,
that's a youth thing. I
feel like
they have a ton of youth.
oh, come on.
We talked.
No.
Oh, is it there?
All right, men's. Do you want to? There. It's $90.
Oh, dude, that's totally
down from 180.
Dude, that's.
You can get it in red, white, and it's Georgia. It says GeorgiaFootballJerseys.com.
I see what you're saying now. It's not really popping up here, though. Let's just get you this shirt. There we go. We'll just get you this shirt of him and Michael Jordan's face next to each other, and then you wear that at the Georgia games.
Perfect.
Which is nothing wrong with it.
No, people will understand.
Yeah. So
I got to get an Anthony Edwards jersey. I have to until Georgia basketball becomes something.
we talk about Georgia basketball way too much on the show.
We do.
I am impressed.
We do.
Too much Georgia anything has been talked. You bring that to the show, which we need because we are we are touching the line there.
No, dude. I mean, if we're talking about Georgia basketball, and Charlie Condon just tied the record for BB Core home runs in a season.
By the way, he is the best
47
baseball
games.
player
He's
in
incredible.
college right now.
Incredible.
Down in Georgia.
It is. The SEC is so loaded. Like
dude,
watching
unreal.
Watching Caglione yesterday, I was like, oh wow.
Yeah.
This guy, the pitcher, first baseman, that's also a top 3 draft pick. You have, I think I looked it up yesterday. Just on, these are mock drafts. I think they're like 15 of the top 30 were from the SEC.
Probably.
Dude, I mean, the SEC is by far the best place to find baseball talent.
It's insane this year how good the league is. I mean, it's bad when Vanderbilt's like not in the top 10.
Yeah.
I mean, Vanderbilt's normally a top 5 baseball program.
Tennessee's been playing good.
Tennessee's the last 5-6 years they've been a top 10 baseball program. Like
it's yesterday was so much fun to watch because we were sitting there talking to my brother-in-law, and we were watching the game, and Tennessee was down like 3-2, and it's like, okay, whatever. And we're going to switch over because the Wolves game was coming on. I was like, I kind of watched some BBA.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, I love baseball, but like there are some home broadcasts. It's kind of tough.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I'm going to peace out and I'll come back. Look down at my phone, probably not 20 minutes later, maybe 30 minutes later, Tennessee goes in and has an 11-run 6th inning. I was like, well, guess I can't go back. I'm out.
That is the only thing I love about college baseball, though, is that
dude,
there will be a random 10-run pop.
Oh,
quick. What?
Well, you got guys that are, MLB level hitting with aluminum bats. So it's like
did y'all see that Texas A&M stat where it was like they won a game? They let up 9.
They beat Georgia.
Yeah, it was Georgia.
It was Georgia.
19,
what was it?
They were down 9 and they ruled Georgia.
And they ruled
19-9.
Yes, that's what it was.
Insane game.
It's wild.
How are you down 9-0 and then rule the team?
I'll say if you're somebody who's like, and you mentioned it, I think it was last show. You kind of have to be hardcore to be baseball.
Yeah.
When it comes to the MLB, yeah, but college baseball, there's runs are being scored.
Yeah.
Like it's a lot. I feel like it's a lot easier to watch of a product than the MLB because you don't have as good of pitchers and you're not as deep. So runs are just being scored.
Yeah.
People are going yard, man.
They're just kids, man. They're still like I said, you got a 17-year-old arm, 18-year-old arm thrown to a 24-year-old.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it's freaking awesome. Yeah. I mean, it's like, there's a lot of testosterone difference there.
And this is the best time to start hopping in. Like NBA games are getting a little more sparse.
Mm-hmm.
And this weekend we watched a lot of college baseball. Like that's one thing Hannah can kind of get into. Like, I don't know. There's something I really do feel like with the female crowd too. Baseball pants definitely help.
Yep.
Let's be honest. And I'm okay with that.
Yep.
She was staring at Drew Beam yesterday. I was like, hey, he's a little bit older. He's getting a little older now. Let's calm down there. Mother of my child, but it is getting to be big time weekend series, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. But not too much Tony V. That's what I was like. Let's chop it down.
On him?
Plus.
Oh yeah, no,
Yeah.
Can't let our daughters watch him. No.
Now our daughters are so close here in age.
Within a week.
They can start to hear things now. This week, I think, is for you.
Oh, really?
They'll start to hear this week. So I don't want my daughter hearing Tony V's sweet, luxurious voice, and then her be like, "Where's the other guy?" When she sees me.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Where's the other guy Mommy likes?
I did tell my wife, I was like, there's some times when you like go to sleep like a little bit early that I'll like just pop on because she doesn't like to watch sports. So I'll just pop on the baseball game on low and just so the baby can hear it.
Yeah.
It's for the baby. It has nothing to do with her. I'm just going to keep doing that subliminal messaging like this is from your daddy. It's a little bit late at night, but Papa's here.
Just microdosing sports.
Yeah.
So she just knows.
Because we definitely went to the Mean Girls play Broadway show at Soldiers and Sailors yesterday.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
how was it?
It was actually good.
Okay.
And I don't mind plays. I think I actually do enjoy them, and I don't want her to hear that because that might open a can of.
Yeah, sure does, buddy. Sure does. Yeah.
I don't mind it, but it's like I know for a fact that my child will get the dose of that.
Yeah.
And if I don't start now at 14, 15 weeks.
Yeah.
Little doses of baseball sounds or football sounds or whatever.
Yeah, you're just hoping that
then
at
I'll
some
just
point,
lose. I'll know I'll lose. So,
Yeah.
gotta start now.
You're just hoping at some point she walks up to you and she's like, "Dad, can we go to a ball game?" And a little tear's gonna you're gonna be like, "This is what I did all that."
It's like,
for."
honey, it's a Tuesday at 9. You damn right we are gonna.
Yes, we are. You want to drive to Atlanta? I'm in.
Where are you going? We'll get you your first hot dog.
I can't wait for the first smoky dog.
Yeah,
I can't wait. That's gonna be a special moment.
Yeah, dude.
It's gonna be a special moment.
I would. If I were you, I would cry if I watched that.
Have you thought about how much you're gonna cry?
No, I'm crying internally now, trying to figure out how to pay for this thing. So
Yeah, I know.
But I've been told multiple times that it's you will cry when you hold her for the first time, and nothing will look the same again. Whatever that means, look the same again.
Yeah, I've heard that one a few times. Don't know exactly what that means, but I'm sure we'll figure it out in what? How many months?
We're at like 20 weeks.
Okay.
Between you and we're at 15 weeks, so we are 25 weeks if we make it to 40.
Yeah.
And you guys are a week before us.
Yeah. So we got what? 6 months?
Yeah, 6 months, baby.
6 months.
And the pick and rolls start.
Yep.
Yeah.
It was him and JJ's kids are supposed to be the pick and roll, but he had a boy.
Yeah, JJ had a boy. Us three will take over like small youth leagues until we got to separate off.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah.
Pick roll and a little pick roll and pop.
Yeah.
We'll have one kid just run down to the 3-point line and say pick and roll and then pop to the outside.
Yeah, that's gonna be sick.
It'd be great, dude. We're already thinking game plans.
You guys already got it drawn up?
Have you thought about? Do you want to be like the head coach dad?
No. I want to be
about
the. I don't think so. I don't want to be that. I want to be the dad that's like, because I know what it feels like now. Because I am on Coach Greg Larnard's baseball team as an assistant coach. Mm-hmm. I do like the feeling of just being like, hey, it's all right, buddy. Don't worry about it out there. Like you'll get him next time. It's like, G's mad at you. Don't worry about it. Get him. I like to be the positive one and not like overcorrecting. And so I think I would like to stay the assistant coach.
Okay, so you do want to coach, but you don't want to be like head coach.
Yeah, like I'd be fine, like collaborating, like a co-coach.
Yeah,
but I don't want to be the head coach guy where I'm just like I'm making all. No, I mean I'm just not going to have the intensity for that, to be honest.
Yeah, I was watching one of my best friends. His son is on we'll make it pretty vague. He's on a youth baseball team.
Okay,
a little bit younger, not quite to the age where you should be too intense to it. And their head coach is. He's real tough. Yeah. He thinks they're supposed to be way older, like trying to get them to turn hard double plays. And it's like, they're just not there yet, man.
And this is one of the dads.
This is one of the dads. He's definitely somebody that was either a bench warmer or never played at all. or played, but didn't play much.
Yeah.
Has big time JV vibes as a senior.
I like that.
Could
You
be one
know?
of those like, I was gonna go D1, but my knee. It's like you were never gonna go D1, but whatever you gotta tell yourself.
Not even quite that extent.
Oof.
I think he's like, my son's going to figure it out, unlike I could.
Ooh, yeah.
He's a nice guy outside of said baseball. But yeah, it's a little hardcore. And my friend is a great athlete. And, you know, probably could have played some small college. He definitely had offers to go play small college ball, but was like, I just want to go to school.
See, and this is my thing. Like, I love that you bring this up because that's why I'm glad I'm having a kid alongside you, because it's, you know, our daughters can go play on the same team. We'll have two dads in the corner who have like a sense of like, we know each other. It's not like we're trying something like,
Yeah.
all right, who's this yakko who's like, you know, going to be coaching my kids' team that I'm trying to just get them involved. It's like, no, hey, you know, you guys are joining the soccer team. All right, put us on there with you.
Yeah.
And then we can kind of collaborate and we'll be able to kind of keep our eyes when like the other person's not there or something. I don't know.
Yeah, that'll be a nice little collaboration because hey, we
Something.
need some backup. You know, Papa Garrett, he's on a trip this week.
Yeah.
But I got little Dolly this week.
It's Dolly, baby.
Dolly.
Yeah, you shared with the people what the name is. So
Sorry.
Dolly.
I didn't know if that was
No.
for sure.
It is
Yeah.
actually it's for sure. It is Dolly.
Okay, good.
It's official.
Good.
Dolly Tolly.
Oh,
We're
that's
Gracie
cool.
Lee. So
Gracie Lee.
it's locked in.
We haven't thought of a middle name yet, but she likes Dolly BEA.
I don't hate it.
What am I gonna say? what opinion do I have? It sounds beautiful to me.
It
So-
does sound beautiful.
All right, so should we get in this dad
I was about
draft?
to say,
Let's dad draft it up.
This
Dun
is
dun
the
dun
perfect
dun
moment to
dun
segue
dun
into
dun
the
dun
dad
dun
draft.
dun dun.
So I was thinking about ways to decide who goes first, and when we were going through the first basketball segment, I was looking up like creative ways to decide, because in my head I was like, you know what, man, it's hard to beat a good like Rochambeau, and you just rock paper scissors for it, but that's overdone. It's overdone. So I picked something random, and we're gonna go with whoever got up the earliest this morning is gonna go first.
Well, Chase, sounds like you won.
What time did you get up?
I got up at, I believe, 9:30.
Oh yeah.
Like 9:30.
Yeah. I was like 7.
I knew you beat me because I saw a video of this guy running on a hill, and I was like,
okay.
and I was eating a breakfast burrito.
Dog.
You were living
This
a good
morning. I got to tell you how bad this run was this morning. So if you know the Chattanooga area, you park in the North Shore up by Normal Park, and it's already up on top of the hill. Now, granted, I did miss the last end of this, but it would have been uphill no matter what. There's not a lot of greatness to this. But you know when you're like positive, you're feeling good in the morning, I'm actually well hydrated, got some good sleep, your boy took a little Tylenol, the knees aren't feeling too bad today. Yeah. It's going to be a good day to run some miles.
Yeah.
Big 7 from the Nike running app.
Nice.
So Hannah, I was like, where's a good 7? She's like, I got one that's really like probably gonna be right on 7 that I used to do. I was like, okay. Send me down through the North Shore, back up to Stringer's Ridge, up through Stringer's on the short route, and then come back and you go up to the school. Dog, just running through that first part of the neighborhood, you just forget how hilly inside the North Shore is. And I was like, oh boy, this is not gonna go great. But then I started hitting the downhill. So I get to the bridges, I cross over the bridges, come back. A little tough, not too hot yet. You know, we're still mid-morning around 9:30. Come back across the bridge. There's Hannah getting her little run in too.
Yep.
Say hey, you know, big smooch, got through. Now we're rolling. We just got some electrolyte gels in there. We're popping. And boys, when I tell you, I got to Stringer's Ridge and I haven't even like if you guys been up there.
Yeah.
To the the entrance hill.
Yeah.
I legit stopped running right there. I was like, I have to walk. I can't run up this hill. That is 4.4 miles in.
So you were 4.4 in before you got to that point.
Yeah. It was terrifying. No, I think I was 3.5, 4.4 when I got right back down. And man, I don't know how much I ran through there. It was a lot of power walking. And the heart rate was like sitting about 170, starting to get hot.
Oh, yeah. It's humid today,
it was
too, man.
real humid. I was steaming, boys.
That's a dad.
And I was coming down, and you could definitely, I saw a lot of faces on Cherokee being like, poor guy,
Yeah.
poor guy.
That's a dad statement, by the way.
he's
It's
going
like,
through it.
it's not the heat, it's the humidity. Like, there's a dad statement. We're ready.
Humidity gets
All right, let's dad draft it up.
All right, what's the rules? So it's girl drafts, like girl dads.
Girl dads of TVs and movies.
Okay. All right, you got the first pick. with this.
Okay.
So,
With the first pick of the TV movie Girl Dad Draft, I select Danny Tanner of Full House.
oh,
It's a solid pick.
I like that.
3 girls, lost a wife. To make that homework in San Francisco real estate market, I got to give it up to him. I know he needed help, but that is a tough go with 3 girls. I'm going to give it to Danny Tanner.
Very
First pick.
impressive.
Great pick. Great pick. Okay. He also called in a good team, too, by the way. Yeah, shout out to Jesse Stam. Was it Jesse? Uncle Jesse.
Uncle Jesse.
John
And-
Stamos.
And what was the other guy's name?
Uncle
Joey.
Joey.
Yep.
Jesse and Joey. That's what
Jesse
it
and Joey.
was. All right. So for my first pick, similar concept, 3 girls, but he's not the biological dad. He's the dad that stepped up. Give me Gru, Despicable Me.
Oh, that's a great one. I had that on there.
Yeah, he might be evil to the rest of the world, but those 3 girls stepping up.
Well, those 3 girls just come first. So
Yeah.
people might perceive him as evil, but he's just got his priorities.
Yeah. So that's my first pick.
I'm actually going to say, I have a good one. I'm going to save it because it's a little controversial. Actually, I think I got a few controversial ones, but this is my favorite one. And I saw this on a little tidbit today. We're going to go Cameron Poe from Con Air
Oh, wow.
to sacrifice and that plane that was hijacked by the prisoners just so he can deliver that baby doll to his little girl after being
Wow.
put in prison for the wrong reasons, trying to save his wife.
That's deep, man.
That's a great
good
one. That's a really good one. Okay. I'm gonna kind of go with a similar trade here. So for my next pick, my round 2 pick, another man who was again, he stepped up, not the biological, but he stepped up. Who also went to jail for poor reasons, stealing a loaf of bread. Sir, give me Les Mis, Jean Valjean.
Oh,
Whoa.
damn.
That's a good one.
That's you weren't thinking of that one.
No, I sure wasn't. I didn't have Les Mis on my board. I didn't have Les Mis on my big board. I feel like you went outside. You went to,
That was from deep.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
You went outside the Power 5 conferences right there.
I know. I went to Murray State, man. I found me a little John Moran on that one. So
Great call. I'm not gonna lie to you. I can't believe this has made it this far. Liam Neeson taken.
that was my next pick. That was my next one.
Okay. I was like, it's made it too far. There's no way it's making it to round 4.
Yeah, no, that was my next one. That was the next one. So he's a great one.
Yeah, I mean,
Special set of skills.
now the reason I didn't want to pick him first was, I mean, it was a little irresponsible to let your kid go to Europe alone.
Yeah.
Well, she went with a friend.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
And he did make a lot of enemies with his work.
Yeah, that's why I was like, I don't know if you really do that. I would just probably, I don't really think Gracie and Dolly have much to worry about with our line of works.
No, not. We're wearing girl dad's hats from Barstool.
Yeah.
So no, we're good.
Appreciate you. Shout out to Barstool.
Next pick of my girl dad draft, gonna give me Jack Burns, Meet the Parents.
Oh,
Stepping up, doing what's right for his daughter, really grilling. This guy, he's a nurse. Yeah. Let's talk to him a little bit.
yeah. That's a good one. Okay. I'm going to go. You know what? I'm going to go with the same. Stepped up, wasn't biological. I'm going to go Jim Hopper from Stranger Things.
Oh.
Oh.
Took
a good
over as
one.
Eleven's father.
I love that.
Stepped up.
pick.
He did step up.
We're a big step up family here.
We're like talking to ourselves like we're gonna have to stay, guys. Like we're not going anywhere. So to stick it with the fun, on the sports side of things, I didn't want to go all like real serious ones. Give me Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson and the game plan.
Ah, that was a good one.
Just as it's a good girl dad thing, and it's sports and girls.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yep.
Good pick.
That's a good pick. Okay.
This is round 5, right?
This is it.
This is
Yeah.
it. This is the final pick.
Final picks.
Now, you guys can. I'm pretty sure you've all seen this movie. And it may be a good decision or a bad decision.
Okay.
But I'm going to lean on this pick because of the influence that he had.
Okay.
We're going to go with Matthew McConaughey from Interstellar.
Oh.
He left his daughter,
Love
but he
that.
also came back to save her in the right reasons. And it was all because of her that the world was saved.
I like it.
That's a good one.
That's a great one. All right. For the last pick of the girl dad draft,
The pick is in.
the pick is in. Gotta give me Dennis Quaid, The Parent Trap. Gotta give me Dennis Quaid, The Parent Trap.
That was the one that I was battling back and forth. Hannah Edmonds is going to love, or Hannah Green Edmonds. She's still not changed the name yet. She's got to travel. So she was very excited that was going to be a pick. I was like, if we were going to go 7, that would have definitely been on the list.
Yeah, I mean, I think 5's good, but
Great pick.
ending on the little Lindsay Lohan movie from the 90s?
It's a Disney movie, right?
Disney?
Disney?
Boys?
We did need a good Disney dad.
The last two I picked were Disney dads.
Yeah, you had good Disney dads. We need a Disney dad.
Yeah.
They don't always get a ton of love.
So if we take those dads that we picked and we put them in some competition, give me something, Joseph. Whose team wins?
I feel like we'd have to do a dad joke off, right? There's no other way to.
A dad joke off?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
if we go dad joke off, Dennis
1-1.
Quaid Rock.
Yeah, got the Rock Johnson. Yeah, but Jean Valjean, he's going to pull him down, man.
Yeah.
I did have a professional comedian in Danny Tanner.
I mean,
Yeah. So you picked-
yeah, that's a good point.
I had Gru.
Liam Neeson's not really gonna.
Zero contribution.
Zero, yeah.
If we have a fight, I got a shot with
Yeah,
Liam.
yeah. If it's a fight to the death, he's got a particular set of skills. I'm sorry, I couldn't. I had to make that reference.
Yeah, of course.
I couldn't not.
It was out there for somebody.
It's got to be a dad joke off, and do I have to pick a winner? That's hard.
Yeah.
Uh,
Can't say that on this air, by the way.
Quack.
Quack. Quack. That's gonna add. I'm gonna add that in there. I think I'm rolling with Dennis Quaid, man. I think Dennis Quaid will carry.
All right.
Dennis Quaid.
I think he really is an
I
X
think he's gonna
factor.
carry.
Yeah, that was
I think he's gonna Patrick Mahomes. I think he's gonna LeBron carry a bad team to the finals, like regardless, and he's gonna come up clutch.
That's a good one.
I like it.
Yeah, Cameron Poe does not add much to this. I don't have a great dad joke off.
No, you had some very serious players.
Yeah. I think Matthew in the real sense works off great, but yeah, you had some.
Yeah, and I had Meet the Parents, for God's sake.
Yeah,
Hey, you
dude.
know, like, what do you got to do? Like,
That's the most suburban dad, but also worked for the FBI.
yeah, and he's,
Well, he's got.
I got nipples, Greg. Can you milk me? I mean, come on. Who's gonna not like? Y'all both laughed at it. I mean, dad joke off. I mean,
Yeah,
come on. So
I fight to the death, but
That's not what we're here for.
no.
No.
So
I did have an honorable mention here for fun because when I pulled this up, like I was like, what's a serious one? The dad from Last House on the Left. Do you guys ever watch that movie?
I've
is
never
that
seen
the horror film?
It's not like a horror. I guess it is like a horror film. It's definitely a thriller. The guy, they go to the backwoods to like some house and he's a doctor. Him and his family, and they kidnap and do terrible things to his daughter. Well, he winds up microwaving the guy
And it's in the head.
in the
His
head. Yeah. I was like, that's aggressive.
I've seen that one.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
I was like, that's a little too intense. I don't think I'm going to put him in my draft, but good. Like, hey, for the intense dads out there, this is good for you. Not for me.
Don't get any ideas though.
Yeah.
Don't. So, well, Joseph, how are we doing on time?
We are at 49 minutes. I think that's a
I love that.
Dude.
Oh, that's what I was looking for. Sorry to interrupt. When
No.
you brought up Dennis Quaid. I was like, I was wondering if somebody was going to mention Yours, Mine, and Ours. Have you guys seen that movie?
I don't think I actually have. I know what you're talking about.
He the plot of the movie is essentially he meets this woman, and he's a single dad, and he meets this woman. She's a single mom. Well, he has like 8 kids, and so he tells her that, and he's like, "Hey, I've just let you know I got 8 kids." She starts laughing. I've got 9. So they end up having this like 17 kid family. It's real cute, real funny.
Oh, so yeah. I've seen this. It's kind of like Cheaper by the Dozen.
Yeah.
It's like that movie.
Oh, okay.
It's
Very
like
similar.
Like you know that
Yep.
you know when the films No Strings Attached came out with Friends with Benefits, kind of
Yes.
the same
Yep.
time.
I have seen this
it's
movie.
it's the same.
Great
battle.
little.
The same movie with different casts.
Yeah, it's the same battle. You know, this is not quite the Kendrick Lamar Drake battle, but it's a similar battle of that. So
Yeah, if you want something entertaining, go research that. GT, you read pretty much a whole article. On
yeah, whole article. Yeah, so I mean, basically, if you have some time in your day, catch up on the Drake and Kendrick Lamar beef, because not only is it just absolutely crazy to think that 2 men would want to just write poetry to each other about how much they hate each other, like one another, but it's because it's really what they're doing. But just kind of the allegations that are out there, man. Yeah, that's
Yikes.
always makes you wonder. Just you know what's true and what's not. So.
Yikes.
So, check it out. But yeah, that was a good read. So
Love it. Boys, appreciations.
It's been a good one.
yeah, this is a good one, man. I think we got the people out of here a little early too, so I think they can always appreciate that.
Out of here before 7, baby. Let's go. To everybody, like, subscribe, follow, all the fun things. We've got some sweet stuff in the works. And if you haven't even seen down below, we've got some new graphics. We've got some new beautiful branding, thanks to Keener Marketing. And we're going to have more to come, unveil. You're going to see us on the television screen at some point here in the next couple weeks. We've got some awesome tour dates to announce later on in the next coming weeks as well. To a wonderful summer, boys. To a wonderful summer.
It's going to be legendary.
Cheers.
Love yous. Bye.
See ya.